for you to make the first move.
It's my breakfast right now.
That's your breakfast right now?
Yeah,
Well,
I haven't eaten all day.
Well, you look at that. The perfect combination for you.
Man, can I organize
The
it?
Lunch Table Podcast, where we discuss Laogan Ma.
So appropriate.
So appropriate because our John Cena interview. You guys should check it out. It's
I haven't. It's a trip.
we're getting a good amount of views so far. I mean, for our channel at least. Humble beginning, or was it big things come in small beginnings? So not bad. Thank you guys.
I think that's actually a tag for one of my Spider-Man posts on my IG. Humble beginning.
Humble beginning.
Kang is working overtime.
There you go. I mean, thank you guys for your support of watching the video. If you can like and share, we really appreciate it as well. And check out our
Yes.
socials. That'll be really nice. Thank you.
So are you excited for any new shows coming? I know Moon Knight's closely approaching.
Oh, I can't wait to do like episode by episode reviews of that. That's gonna be so fun. Just thumbnails, background. Yeah, there's a couple of shows I have in mind. I'm kind of stalling because I can't remember the name right now. But there's a couple of stuff like an Apple TV Plus. I'm actually more so just like continuing watching shows like Suspicion. If you guys have Apple TV Plus, check that out. That's really cool. 3 episodes so far. Other stuff coming on Netflix too. I think like February 13th, 19th, there's something coming up big. I don't know why I'm blanking. I'm sorry. What about you?
I still have to catch up on Euphoria.
Oh, yeah.
Succession. I think I got to halfway through the second season, but I forgot some of it.
Euphoria is like, I wish we did like it'll be the most awkward reviews to do like Euphoria reviews, but like the background's gonna be bomb. It's gonna like look real nice, but that's
I mean, Euphoria is really popular. I mean, like I've been like
Yeah.
scrolling through my TikTok, and mostly it's just like Euphoria memes or like just clips from the show.
It's the visuals really like and the music. I feel like it's kind of hard to. It's a lot about like drug addiction and trying to find yourself and stuff like that. It's kind of hard.
This podcast.
Yeah. Hashtag. What is it? I thought it was hashtag struggle. What is it called? Hashtag humble beginnings. It's the same. You could interchange them. That's a cool show. I mean, I'm glad you watched Succession as well. Like HBO Max is like really cool like stuff. Again, watch Station 11 on HBO Max. That's a beautiful show, miniseries. Another show on HBO Max. Disney Plus
I'm
is
so
like
bad.
kind of, huh?
Yeah, because like I have a bunch of lists like on my Netflix. Oh, there's a new movie I want to watch. It's not a streaming service. I think it's like a horror movie. It's called Cursed. Did you see the trailer for that? I don't know, it just looks disturbing. I want to get back into like horror movies and like appreciate them more.
There's some like new stuff on Netflix. Dylan, are we doing a review of Uncharted?
Probably.
Yeah.
I have to play the game.
I don't know. It's like I haven't even checked if the tickets were available for pre-order. I'm guessing they are. Isn't that coming like sooner? But yeah, that's coming like this month, right? Yeah.
The pre-ordered tickets. I don't think people are gonna really go crazy for Uncharted.
It's such a great game, but like there's a curse with video game movies, and I do want to see Uncharted. I seen a clip. It looked really cool. But I don't know if I really want to like go see this movie. I'm not like really hyped for it for some reason.
I was just playing the Curse trailer.
Curse. Isn't that like the Wes Craven or something?
Yeah, I think it is Wes Craven actually. Yeah.
Is it about werewolves?
I don't know, like based on the premise. I don't know, it just looks like disturbing, and I really want to like watch it. But yeah, here's the trailer.
It may be connected to what you've been looking for. Did the girl see what attacked them? What's happening here?
I don't know. It looks disturbing and fun, so I'll check it out.
Yeah. I mean, that looks pretty cool. I wonder where that's gonna show up. Hulu, maybe? No.
I think it's only in theaters.
Yeah. Last Peacemaker episode, we were just talking about that too, which is funny. Yeah, a lot of stuff is showing up. I want to see Nightmare on the Guillermo del Toro thing. I forgot what's the name. Nightmare on
Elm Street.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I can't like help but not to say it. Yeah, I gotta check that out. As well.
Oh,
Bradley
is that
Cooper.
the one with Is it with Bradley Cooper? I forgot.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper, Willem Dafoe, Kate
Damn, I haven't seen
Blanchett.
like Gamora shit in like a long time.
Yeah. I know. The last one was Underwater. What was it called?
The Shape of Water.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good movie. It was kind of like weird, the sex scenes, but it was good.
There's been talks he's been like thinking about doing like another Hellboy with Ron Perlman. I think that'll be weird because like didn't they recast it with David Harbour?
They did. Yeah, that was just like a type of not remake. It was just its own thing. It wasn't that good, to be honest with you.
I didn't watch it, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I watched it in theaters too. Yeah, that wasn't that good, to be honest. David Harbour was like great, but it just wasn't like a good movie. Like it's a shame because they could have carried something with David Harbour, and like he trained extensively, like weight training and stuff, just for that. But it didn't. It bombed, I think, in the box office.
fell.
Yeah, I think Mia Jovovich, whatever, was in there as well.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm weird with horror movies. Like sometimes like there's like really good ones like you find just by accident, and then there's like ones that you watch on purpose and just like it's like it bombs.
Yeah, a lot of horror movies is like it's kind of hard. We have Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think is coming out this week. I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mhm.
On Netflix. I didn't check out the new trailer. But
see, I hate that because it's like you're just expanding on a franchise instead of like trying to like be original. I don't know. I think it's like a lot of horror movie franchises now. They're just kind of just like milking the cow because there's like it's weird because like horror is like so defined, but like I wish they would like push the limits of it.
everything's now it's like about demons or like witches or something like that.
Yeah, basically, or it's like I don't know, some fucking zombie flick.
I
I feel like
love
zombie films now are so formulaic. Do you
They
feel that?
are like the Korean thing that just came out recently. I was watching a little bit of that. I wasn't like a big fan, but apparently it's like 90% of Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's like
the Train to Busan.
No, it's like called We're All Dead or something like that. It's like it's
Oh,
right now on Netflix. Yeah, it's like a little season. Yeah, I mean, I really like my favorite zombie film out of all time. I think it's The World. I'm fucking hate that I'm like blanking so much in this cold opener right now, but it's like The World Eats the Night or something like that, or The Night Eats the World or something. Well, anyway, I'll post the poster right now, anyways, for you guys to check that out, and it's on Amazon Prime and 28 Days Later. Just my favorites. Those are my like really top
28
two.
Days is a good one.
Yeah,
30 Days of Night too is actually one of my favorites too.
for like something like that. Yeah, with vampires. Yeah, I think that's like the
Mhm.
most like raw and like it just sets like such a scary tone with like color palette and stuff like that.
There's a movie I used to
LEDs.
watch a long time ago. I think I showed you a clip. It's called Frozen. Not the Disney.
I used to watch
Even though
Frozen.
that's scary to watch too, but no, it's a movie called Frozen. It's like it takes place in this ski resort,
Right.
and there's like these teenagers. They get stuck on this what do they call it, that ski bench thing, and like the park managers are like gone for like the weekend, so they're just like stuck there, and then they're trying to like not only fight like the cold, but like also like there's these wolves that keep like it's kind of like Jaws in a way, but it's like in a like a it's like very scary. But yeah, if you guys are like looking for like good like horror, like not like supernatural horror, but if like realism in it, definitely check Frozen out. It's a really good one.
Yeah, or just check 127 hours or something.
Or just check our
Since
Halloween
Danny Boyle.
episode.
Or
Our
watch
top 10.
Slumdog Millionaire since all about Danny Boyle.
Or Chappie or
Rat.
Guys, what's up? It's Dylan and Akram from the Lunch Table Podcast. Thank you for joining us for another review of Peacemaker, episode 6, titled Myrn After Reading. It was another great episode. When we caught up last time, Adebayo had discovered that Myrn was a butterfly. Peacemaker went through some character changes too. But this episode was very insightful, and I think it definitely brought some of the action to the show. Akram, what are your thoughts on episode 6?
Yeah, this episode is really great. I just really like. I'm a big fan again of just John Cena's Peacemaker really realizing who he is. And we kind of get that in some of the dialogue that we've heard here. And also, I really like just the relationship that Peacemaker has with Vigilante. Adebayo, she's starting to realize some things that's happening, right? That was going on under her nose. And I find it so funny that other people, they knew what was happening, right? Just that dynamic. It's kind of like a dysfunctional family at this point. And like, how do you make it work? And also, like, we really see how high the stakes are with the butterflies. And I find that to be really like visceral too. It's just like so many cool moments where it's like just like the lighting or like just like little slow-mos I thought was like really screen capture worthy. I'm sure you're all over that. But yeah, so give us the rundown like you usually do.
Well, it starts off, so obviously from last episode, so of course Adebayo, she's kind of like mistrusting Myrn because like they're kind of like high, and this whole episode just kind of felt like because even Peacemaker just kind of felt like betrayed that he's been like lied to, or like they're like kind of like omitting information from him. So it's interesting that was like, because I mentioned last episode like Adebayo is kind of like a foil for Peacemaker in a way, so they're kind of similar. And they're just kind of like this mistrust built around this family. It's just so interesting because episode 5 they were so close, and now episode 6 they're kind of just like I don't know, more disconnected. But yeah, so Myrn's obviously reveals that he is a butterfly, and you were very spot on with your prediction that he is a deserter of the butterflies. So that was interesting. So I wonder like what's his like backstory for that, why he's like, because they kind of mentioned it too. They were like the butterflies like peacefully coexisted for a while, and then I guess the queen, which is the gruff butterfly, kind of just wanted to like to dominate the earth. So it's just interesting, like even in alien species, like there's always kind of just like a morality check, right? But then we get this new information. So the refineries where they made their food, there has to be a source, right? Because where they're getting this shit from. So there's a cow that provides all the nutrients they needed for their food. And I thought it was funny because like, wouldn't it be funny if the cow, because remember in the first episode he's like, am I fighting a Mothra? Like, what if it's just like a giant butterfly? So he's basically fighting Mothra, right?
Yeah.
So it was interesting. And then we get more insight with Peacemaker's father. So he's out of jail now, and they're kind of like building him up to be this really like badass villain. But yeah, tell me your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this whole thing come like unfold. I can't wait to see the interaction. Finally, we get to see the White Dragon armor. We also seen a little teaser for the next episode.
I knew I couldn't trust these people. Where are you going? Kill this fucking cow. We are? Cool.
You planted a diary in Peacemaker's trailer. He was your friend.
I'm not made for this shit. I don't want to be here no more. So I'm leaving.
Open up! We're leaving!
Ding dong, bitches! Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me right now.
Let's go. Dad, what are you doing?
What I should have done long ago.
This was like he's going like full hardcore, and I think there might. I think like Peacemaker's brother was like his death was accidental. I don't think it's like something where he like couldn't control himself. I think the brother probably had some pre-existing condition and he had a seizure, and it was coincidental that he just had the seizure there, and with his injuries he died. And I think there's a huge scorn that the father has with Chris, and I think now he's like trying to get payback for what Chris supposedly did to his brother, and I really can't wait to see like how the drama unfolds with that. The whole like worshiper people, like just the racist people. It's like it's like I didn't know he had so many tats too. Like Peacemaker's dad. It was really authentic to like how the alt-right like members look as well. It's just like he's such like a Peacemaker's dad is like such like a fucking hard ass badass type of guy. I'm positive somebody is gonna die in next episode. I hope it's not like somebody that we love dearly, but most likely maybe a detective, something like that. Yeah, but I want to ask you actually. From there on as well, we also see this little debacle or this little thing that's going on with Peacemaker. When he's with Vigilante and Goth inside his trailer, and then all of a sudden, who shows up? The cops. So that whole thing was really surprising, and I thought it was really hilarious. So tell us what you thought about that.
Yeah, definitely had like moments of tension, moments of comedy, like when they're trying to do like the yes or no game
Yeah.
with Gruff.
That's me with you.
Yeah, basically that's and then like when they're in the car and then like Vigilante like throws his phone out the window. It's like it was a secure phone. That whole scene was great. I love that, and then it kind of like builds the conflict for the next scene. So Vigilante like drops the Groff jar, and that's how she gets loose. And then I felt so bad because that detective, I think her name was Song.
Oh yeah.
She finally like she slips one past Locke, and she gets approval from the judge to go after Peacemaker. But that whole scene just goes shit hits the fan, and then the butterfly, manages to like get inside her head and like kills her. So then now she's kind of like infected in a way, and then the next couple scenes was even crazier because then Peacemaker and Vigilante are trying to escape, and then that Locke guy like shoots all the cops and like, he's like executing them. That was insane. That was like the violence was so there.
I know.
Yeah, what'd you think of that scene?
He's demented. Yeah, he looks so much like Joker. Like if you just like paint him up,
The facial, that he was making. Well, obviously that was the butterflies later, but yeah, what did you think? Like he looks like so scary.
Yeah, and end credits, like it's so hilarious, but like I feel bad to laugh, but it's like funny. It's like me trying to like prepare to like record an episode. It's like like that. No, it's like I so it's weird because I don't know whose side he's really on. I was confused at first because I was thinking like Mern was like surprised to like learn about this, that he was like killing other officers. He was like, he looked shocked. So I was like thinking like Mern probably didn't know how like sick or demented of a butterfly he is. Another thing is I'm confused because so he for sure is a butterfly, right? Is that like a fact? Because later on, which we'll talk about later, this little thing happens in a police station, and I was thinking, oh shit, so he wasn't a butterfly, he's just demented all this time. But we'll discuss that a little bit later. But yeah, so Mern was like completely shocked. So I'm like, I was confused. Like, is he like on both sides? Because he led Goth. He said like he pointed like that, right? So Goth could kind of fuck off and lead the other guy away.
Yeah, that was a weird.
That was weird.
scene.
Yeah. So I think what might be happening is that he is working both sides, but Goth is like kind of like a radicalist, kind of like applies I don't know what, let's say his, hers, or theirs position in just diplomacy or whatever, or just this war they're raging. And another thing which I found interesting was that's their way of peace. Their peace is to take over everyone's like mind and save this planet, which is true because everybody's like so like divided in their stance of like global warming or like just how to save this planet, right? So in a way they don't want the same thing to happen to their planet on Earth. So I think that in a way this is their version of peace. And it's so crazy how this show, everyone has their own like version of peace. Peacemaker's name Peacemaker, right? And now he's figuring out like, yeah, he doesn't want to kill people anymore, right? And like just like White Dragon, his version of peace, like just to have everyone pure, the butterflies version of peace. Amanda Waller, I'm sure, has like some twisted
Demented, version.
Yeah, so that was crazy. This episode's really revealing, and I feel like next episode is kind of going to be that episode where it's like going full force and maybe end with a huge cliffhanger to like end with a huge fight, right? But my question to you is, what do you think the cow is? And also, what do you think is going to happen next with that detective that got took over with Goth?
The cow, I feel like I'm not sure because we don't know much about the butterflies. I mean, we know obviously they're a species that tries to like conquer different planets through like kind of like this invasion of the body snatchers type of way. I don't know. It could be like maybe like a kind of like a queen maybe because I think Goth is the queen butterfly, but there might be like one butterfly that just produces like all the food, kind of like a queen ant or a queen, um, I don't know, bee or something like that.
It's just a fucking
Um,
bee. It's a bee on Earth. There's just one bee.
giant ass bee. But I don't know. They're setting up a lot for next episode because we kind of saw, the Goth butterfly took over all these police officers in the station, and it's just one kind of like, I don't know. It's like it was a violent, but it was also kind of like there was like kind of like a kind of rock and roll grace to it because they were playing that one song "Monster" by Reckless. I thought that was like a great like scene because they did like a side by side, like all the villains in the show basically are like
Right.
rallying because it's like the white dragon and it's like the butterflies. They're kind of like getting ready for like this big eventual showdown at the end. Yeah, so I think the next episode is definitely gonna like hype up the action. What we'll see, I don't know, because they kind of like also at that cliffhanger at the end, because so they found the cops found Peacemaker's diary, that was planted by Adebayo in episode 5.
So you were right
So
in your prediction.
we still don't
last
know too much
episode.
about the diary. It's very interesting because I don't know because I think like Peacemaker like wasn't too sure what it was because he said he's never used the diary before. So I wonder like it was just something like they fabricated to make. I still have to think it's like Waller's contingency, just so if shits go south, they can just like pin everything on him, because he is just kind of like acid. Remember, he still has the bomb in his head from Suicide Squad, so he's an expendable character. And isn't it just interesting too that like he's changed so much, like kind of like what we talked about in like the Book of Boba Fett, how like Boba's like going from like this badass character to like this more like empathetic human being. Because in Suicide Squad, he was kind of like this hitman basically at the end, right? I mean, he like killed Rick Flag. He was doing all this like morally gray shit, but now he's just like he even admitted it too. Like when that I love that scene where like Harcourt just had a heart to heart with him, and she even engraved the Dove of Peace on his gun, which is cool. But yeah, he said too like he doesn't want to kill people anymore, and that's just such a character transformation for him, and I hope like that doesn't affect him at the end, or like because he might have to like kill these people that are like, well, I mean, he did it in the warehouse too. He killed everybody that had a butterfly in him, but like, who's to say like what if there's like a scene where like he's not sure who's a butterfly and who's not, and he has to make that decision, like if he has to kill people just to like take the chance. I don't know. What do you think about it?
Well, yeah, I think with Boba, it's like Boba was set on a path from the start that he wanted to be set on. He needed to get hard to adapt to survive, and like with Peacemaker, I feel like he wasn't like deep down he's not like that from the start. Like we talked about before, everything's a facade to him. When he was a kid, he didn't want to do this stuff, right? And his father made him. And so like up to this point, still everyone's making him do something. And I feel like the dark thing that he has in his soul really is to battle the fact that he does kill people, and perhaps he doesn't have such a hard time with it. And he feels like disgusted by himself maybe, and now he's starting to realize that. I mean, it's still a comedy show, so we're not gonna like go like full depth like, oh yeah, I killed this person. He says, oh, they're butterflies, yeah, it's whatever, I'll kill butterflies any day, whatever. But like now he's starting to realize like, yeah, I deep down I don't want this for myself. I want to be a different type of superhero. And everyone keeps reminding him of like how much a dummy he is, or and he's really a sweet person deep down. He's really like a big goof. We've seen him playing the piano at the end. He has more depth to
So
himself.
sweet.
Yeah, he is like, he's not, this isn't him. This isn't really him.
It's like, sorry.
Two hours later.
Yeah, that's actually that's a good point. Actually, I loved the little ballad thing that he was playing. I think that's "Home Sweet Home" by Motley Crue. So yeah, there's definitely a humanity to Peacemaker, and I hope by the end of the episode he's changed for the better. And it's just interesting too because like this episode like just brought up a lot of like confrontations that are gonna have to show up at the end. So there's kind of like, it's like Peacemaker has to confront his father, and then Adebayo has to confront Waller too, because she's not like her mother, and obviously the Mern's butterfly has to confront his own species. He's kind of like going against them in a way. So great episode. I loved all the little moments in the show. It was definitely an action-packed episode. So we're gonna see. There's I think 2 more episodes left of this series.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna build up to something big. But great, predictions that we had. So I can't wait till next episode. So guys, thank you for sticking in for our episode review of episode 6 of Peacemaker. Check out our other reviews if you haven't, and also we have our Book of Boba Fett series that we're also doing. We have 1 more episode left for that next Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. And we have a lot more great content coming, so thank you again. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow us on Anchor, YouTube, Spotify, and now Apple Podcasts, of course. But until then, guys, thanks for having lunch with us.
See you guys. Let's take it.
I'm out of breath right now.
So I was like, damn.
I was like lifting like all these fucking like bottles of water and shit. I'm like, fuck.
Eat peace, motherfucker.